Alright, this is Christopher Foster once again. And this is a request this time from Jason. The name of this video was Little Monsters Movie Review. Now, I've seen the movie Little Monsters, and I really liked it as a kid. I thought it was witty. It was definitely taking some risks for a kid's movie. All the actors, in my opinion, I think did a great job. I thought the main kid was likable, and Fred Savage was great in the role, and I liked Howie Mandel was a monster. So, without further ado, let's check this out. Yay!
Did you know that Brian, played by Fred Savage, and Eric, played by Ben Savage, are brothers in actual life?
I knew that.
Also, Fred Savage, at the time of filming this, was on Wonder Years, and Ben Savage went on to be in Boy Meets World. But I'm sure most of you knew that already if you know and watch Little Monsters. Now, we all know the story of monsters under your bed or in the closet. It's something all of us have seen or heard of since we were babies. But Little Monsters takes that idea and goes above and beyond and makes that concept into its own world. Brian moves into a new town. He's not happy about it, and he has to start fresh. He has trouble making friends, gets into it with the school bully.
Yeah, that bully was an
asshole. Arguing. He gets blamed for doing pranks he didn't construct. When Brian finds out it's a monster, he sets a trap to capture, and that is when we meet Maurice.
Yep.
He's a monster who becomes friends with Brian and shows him the monster world under his bed. This is where we learn and see other monsters and that they all just do chaos and have fun. This is one of the reasons why I enjoy this movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
The monsters are not only in existence to scare, they do pranks on all the kids to get in trouble by their parents. Yeah. We also learn that all the monsters are kids. You wouldn't know that from Maurice until he says his age.
How old are you?
11. Wow, and I ain't getting any prettier.
I did not know that.
I always wondered why that.
I actually watched a conspiracy video on this movie, and I didn't know Howie Mandel was 11 as a monster. That's interesting.
When you see how Maurice is, it's kind of obvious he's trying to be like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, pretty much.
This movie did come out a year after, so it probably was trying to ride the success of that. And maybe they didn't want a child playing Maurice, since it would be too much for kids. The studio wanted an adult named actor, like Howie Mandel. But this is all just a theory. Either way, it doesn't bother me. One major point you see reviews and viewers say is this movie is too scary for children. I never felt or sensed it was that scary. Some of the monsters
it is kind of scary.
But they're monsters. That's expected to sense when watching Little Monsters.
They're called monsters.
When you see all the monsters are kids, it makes you think.
Really good makeup in this movie
Turns
too.
Out, if you get stuck under, you'll become a monster forever. This starts to happen to Brian since he's going under there every night. This is where we see Snick and Boy. They're in charge of the whole place.
He's scary as shit. He's huge.
They like to lure children and become monsters. It's kind of weird, but that just adds to the creepiness and puts your imagination at
Pulls
work.
the thing's head off.
Since Brian almost becomes a monster, he decides to stay away. But Snick gets mad, so he decides to get Eric. Monsters can't be in the daylight or they disintegrate.
Just like vampires.
Brian and his friends that he met in the movie get a bunch of lights to destroy Boy. When we first see Boy, he looks like a human, but we quickly learn
he's
it's
not
just
human.
A costume.
He's got a face on him.
That is actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
I guess I can
that is
see
pretty
why
creepy.
It would be too scary, but he's the main monster. It has to be pushed up a notch.
I can see that scaring the crap out of some kids.
They shoot all their lights. They leave and come back with more power. You see Boy and Snick just stand there and do nothing. They just saw what they did last time, so why wouldn't they put up a bigger fight? It's like they just purposely take the fall. Then Maurice has this flamethrower. It is not affected
His
by
horn's
not
like
one
broken.
bit. It's just a minor flaw, but still, it leads to not being consistent. But besides its minor flaws, I still love this movie. It's one of my first movies I ever watched in my childhood, so it stays close to me in memory. We all know about the other movie about monsters and have their
that's a classic too.
beds.
Hell yeah, Monsters Inc.
Which also has a blue monster and has horns also. I never noticed the little similarities, but either way, Little Monsters is a great movie that should be loved more. It'd be cool to have a Blu-ray release. The DVD is not presented in widescreen. It's standard 4:3, so Blu-ray and widescreen with bonus features like deleted scenes, makings of, and new interviews would just be the best.
Yeah.
If the Garbage Pail Kids can do it,
Oh
then
my
there's
God.
no excuse for Little Monsters.
Yeah. Garbage Pail Kids is kind of, should we say, garbage, but Little Monsters is fucking great. The scene where boy, like, his face turns, that was scary, but, like, they're fucking monsters. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cursing in that movie than I remember, which is pretty shocking to me. But it's a good as hell movie. Fred Savage, I liked the little boy, his brother, Ben Savage. I liked the characters. I liked the little girl was really good. The bully became the hero, which was pretty fun. It's just a good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I do want to pick it up because I do not own this movie yet. I do want to go to like Half Price Bookstore or Disc Replay and find it because I want to add that to my collection for sure. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So my name is Chris Fawcett, and I approve this message.